All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's presentation of the Super Metroid Rando League playoffs. We got a good one today between Bressingham and Solsky. We'll cut Bress Rupees is up 1-0 in this match so far, so suppose you're looking to tie it up, or Bressingham is looking to give his team a 2-1 lead. I am Apathy Duck, and I am joined today by the one, the only Mr. Two Double Downs himself, Dante. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going, man. I'm looking forward to this, man. Bressingham and Solsky both some good friends, so looking forward to a good race here.
Yeah, it should be a good one. I think Bressingham probably a little bit of a favorite here. Even I think Solsky said so as much in chat. He said, "Hope you're ready to win today." So Solsky a bit newer to, like, obviously big SMZ3 veteran, but that doesn't quite translate as well as you think it would over here. Just like little things like not having the warps just really changes like how things play out. It's at least not area though, so it's going to be a more straightforward version for him.
Yeah, and plus with it being Chozo, you kind of know what major places you need to hit. It just makes things a little more, I guess, fluid, or at least it can be.
Yeah, Chozo is also like the trick shot specialist mode because like things like X-ray, D-boost, and high jumpless lava dive can just be hugely valuable. So we'll see how it goes. I also think, like, I had this conversation with Glove last time we did comms, and me and Glove are both of the opinion that like, I think a lot of people think that, like, oh, it's Chozo, there's only so many items, I'm just going to get charged. Especially with boss shuffle, ammo is actually really valuable in this still.
Oh, definitely.
Because you need to get, you really need 30 supers for Ridley, unless you get like a very early charge, in which case it's a moot. You have to get 30 supers for Ridley anyways, and then all of a sudden you're like halfway there to Mother Brain. So people being able to make that that call, like I said, Solsky might not have like some of that, like, just having done this Super Metroid Rando less than Bress has.
Yeah, for sure. And with ball shuffle, you kind of never know when you're gonna until you walk in the room if you're gonna actually find Ridley or not. So could definitely be something you need to be prepared for early. So ammo, as you were saying, very important here.
Yeah, the thing I'm always doing in my mind is how many bosses can I kill at any given moment. You can do 2 pretty much right off the bat as soon as you get the little at least a few miners.
Oh yeah, sure.
Bress is going towards meme route. Let's see if it's just the one item check, or I doubt we're No, not with that. You're gonna jump over. Just checking the item here. See what Solsky does. Without a super, meme route is not gonna be very good.
Yeah, it would be a tough spot to be in. Yeah, both runners gonna head back up here.
Yeah, I mean, so I was just going on and on about how good ammo. I mean, I guess here without any super at all, it's a pretty good snag. Yeah, it's kind of interesting what people's tolerance are for some of these checks.
Yeah, and you're gonna find ammo like what down here as well. But it's all about how much time do you want to invest in it too. The fanfare is what, around 7 seconds. So it adds up.
Yeah, again, both of these are SMZ3 players, but Bress, I think, a little bit more experience on the pure SM side. There's no fanfare in SMZ3, so you don't get nearly as punished for picking up junk as you do here. SMZ3 just like always just kind of want to gobble up missiles and supers no matter what. Here you're paying 7 seconds for a missile. Really makes you think about how much you want it. Like,
yeah, you also don't get the free saves with the warps like in SMZ3.
Exactly.
So there's a lot more risk involved as far as taking deaths here. There's our first super pack there for Bress. Solsky gonna be not too far behind picking that up. But yeah, so Doug, if you play something like this, how do you want to route this? Like, you want to get your boss information as quick as possible once you have access to that area?
In Chozo, no, actually. I mean, it depends. So it kind of depends. Like the first one. So first of all, in this, wreck ship is terrible. It's just a bad idea. Don't do it. Because it's just it's just nothing's going to be there, basically.
Sure.
Without getting too much into the details of it. But like wreck ship's going to be, so really your first check of note is going to be the crate check right before, like, because generally it's going to be this, it's going to funnel you to the bottom, right? And then it's two things are going to happen. Either it's going to give you Varia or it's not, right? So you're either going into Norfair or you're sort of turning back around and doing something else. Or could potentially give you gravity, which is a bit odd, but yeah, so a lot of times I'll actually skip Kraid if I'm only in a position where, because like in Chozo, Kraid's only one item, right?
Right.
Whereas in like, if this was major minor, it could potentially be two, especially if you already have Kraid killed because of the Kraid closet. But since here it's either one or 25% chance of it being zero, right? Because if it's Fantoon, that's not actually an item right there. Exactly. So I like skipping it a lot. If I'm not out of a 4 out of 4 boss capability. You know, finding out where Ridley or Dragon can be big, because your second big thing is, do you commit to lower Norfair? And if you're not at a 4 out of 4 capability going into Norfair, LN, that's a huge risk because you're stuck down there.
Yeah, exactly. Bress making this look so easy. This movement has been so clean so far. Solski's not too far behind, though. Alright, another set of power bombs, and get some missiles, too. Just kind of adding up on that ammo for now. And screw attack. I like having that, personally. You know, it's kind of like an extra safety. You know, you get to take out a lot of enemies that way. They just get out of your way.
You heard it here, folks. First, folks. Screw attack is good. Yeah, screw attack is like the best item in the game. So
always a sight for sore eyes. Another E-tank's also pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing here, screw attack basically makes your lower Norfair 100% safe. This isn't really a mode where you'd ever hell run lower Norfair, so it doesn't really help you for that necessarily. But it does make it that you're pretty much willing on doing lower Norfair on any health. Once you have Varia. Like, we'll probably still be picking up E-tanks here because, well, A, we might, you know, be in a situation where we want to do a suitless Ridley, or just, you know, doing the regular hell runs. Chozo, you can have the regular hell runs in logic. The Chozo logic for the hell runs is apparently weird because there's 3 E-tanks plus 1 reserve on the pedestals. But I think the logic can actually pull in other E-tanks. I'm not sure. So it can be in logic, but it's a lot of times that they're not.
Yeah. Alright, so Solski gonna be skipping out on that E-tank that Bress picked up. And we do get...
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, it tends Chozo tends to do this. Where it's just gonna give you Vari early. Because just there's so few places to go. Like the other most likely thing is honestly Fantoon at Kraid or Vanilla, and then it's gonna be a wreck ship, but that's pretty rare. So
alright, so both these guys are gonna be up to 15 supers already.
Yeah, still need the supers for Ridley right now. Oh. Okay.
All right. Well,
free seed. Yeah, basically. So the really only 2 things we're looking for now is, well, okay, we don't have a worst room in the game item. I pretty sure Bress can do that. I'm not sure if Solski's willing or able to. Has really practiced that setup. And then we also need a way through. Besides gravity, we also need a way through. Butt wound hallway, which could also be killing Dragon somewhere else, as in addition to speed and ice.
Right.
So we have our first big decision point here. I was basically in this exact same situation yesterday, and I actually, generally, I think going up is good here. In this situation yesterday, I did go down because I already had Varia. Both decide to go up though.
Yeah, both going up, so we're gonna kind of stay on the same route. And I the only difference right now is that extra E-tank for Bress.
Yeah, I kind of in the opinion, especially when it's a close match like this. If you have Varia, I think going down is actually pretty good, because like the worst thing here is gravity, and like you're not really gonna have to do too much backtracking to come back to it.
Sure.
Right, you come back up here on your way to wreck ship, go, oh, it's gravity, and then you just kind of finish the seed. Which is bad, sure, like, but you know, for that to be your only bad item, yeah, like, especially with having charge already too. Charge is huge. That's also going to be 15 power bombs for them. That's important. That's your minimum to do Turian without needing either drop lock or ice beam or something like that.
I was gonna say, since you mentioned that, like they're gonna find ice beam at the next check.
Yeah,
especially after the way charge showed up.
I mean, this is the way Chozo goes. It's like it is the least rando of the random options. Okay, it looks like they're both going for. I guess Solsky learned the deepest setup. Oh, you know what? It's because they have high jump. Okay. Yeah, if they're saving, they're both going for the X-ray deboost. I'm not sure if this is in logic right now. I think in SMZ3 it's like 5 E-takes with Varia. Or maybe
this is going to be kind of tight.
Well, if you know the setup, this is amazingly free right now. But...
Yeah, I'm just saying they're not going to have many opportunities at this. But Solsky heading to the bottom.
Well, why did he save then?
I mean, it's Solsky. You never know what he's going to do. He's going to do something different every time.
Oh, right. It's not in logic of just high jump boots. Oh, this is the Aussie setup that Bress is doing. So, shoutouts to Aussie. He posted this in the Discord a couple days ago. The traditional setup is to do this with just, excuse me, with just, without high jump boots, rather. Does have Varia though, so he's got a lot of leeway here. There we go.
It's a done. And we see Solsky picking up X-ray.
Just an E-tank. Yeah, I did a practice the other day where this was gravity. So like, I mean, this can just win you the game, straight up.
Oh, for sure.
Now, unfortunately, it is one of the longer checks. E-tank was literally, because we already have Varia, E-tank was literally the worst thing there. I don't even think Bress like would have wanted to pick that up. Like, I would have just left with this much help already. Because like I said, those 7 seconds are painful. Solsky's skipping missiles here. With charge beam, I think that's probably okay. I'd still want supers.
Yeah.
Missiles you don't really need to pick up anymore. Does have at least 20 for a crystal flash if that's needed. So yeah, I don't know why Solsky saved. Maybe he thought the X-ray was in logic, but yeah, with that X-ray check, we are sort of seeing the downside of it here. When it is nothing, your opponent will get a nice little lead on you.
Yeah, those time-consuming checks, they add up, as well as those fanfares. So
now this is the exact situation Solsky's in, that I would not have been checking because I can only kill 2 of the bosses, right? If this was Fantoon or Ridley, right. Well, you could kill Ridley. It would just be a really long fight with just charge, right? With this much ammo. So, like, here I actually, and Bress is moving forward. Here I think it's better to skip it, because you only have the one item. You already have the, Varia, so you know you can go through Norfair. You have high jump boots, so you can lower Norfair. You have, like, a lot more items you can pick up before getting to the boss at LN, to hopefully be at a 4 out of 4 situation.
Yeah, solid fight there from Solsky. Gonna get Fantoon down.
Because this is the problem, you have to, like, even if this is like we know it's a killable thing, Bress still has to take all this time to save and everything. Checking this when you're not in a guaranteed place to do it takes a lot of time, and you're only picking up one item. Where Norfair, you're picking up 4. Yeah, you're picking up high jump, you're picking up ice, you're picking up wave, and you're picking up speed.
Yeah.
And I want to say Bress can both double spring ball jump. He can definitely do. They both can do the grapple escape for Ridley or for Dragon. I'm pretty sure Bress can double spring ball jump too. I would just to think that's something he's picked up for this, if nothing else. So Bress has 2 things that could get him out of a Dragon. And then it's playoffs. If you make a lower Norfair play and you're at 75%. And it comes up that 25%. It's like I don't think before the match start I would say Bress is a 75% favorite to win. So like those are still pretty good odds to take.
Yeah. Plus, like with like you were saying, like Bress being, his teammates in chat saying that he's confident that he can. So like, in addition to that, it's kind of like you're up a game. You're not going to throw too much caution to the wind, but if you need to make a play, there's that little bit of extra pressure taken off of you.
Yeah. Do you have the bombs there? Well, we already had high jump. Bombs is nice. I think the biggest thing for bombs right now is the bot wound crystal flash is way easier with bombs than it is with the naked method. Assuming we find grav. And we don't go for a gravless here. What's interesting is logically both Wreck Ship and Lower Norfair is open right now. Oh, I will say the one huge thing about those bombs, the one thing it really opens up is the screw attack check, because we didn't really have a way out of it before, besides the very stupid thing that no one is going to do.
Right.
There's like again, Aussie, there's like a continuous wall jump with just high jumps to get out of there. No, shoutouts to Aussie for the X-ray D-boost high jump, not shoutouts to Aussie for the horrible...
All right, Solsky going into ice. What do we have here? We've got spring ball.
So that is your Dragon, if it's Bress. I don't think Solsky can do it. It's not particularly difficult. I learned it for this tournament as well. Just with these ball shuffles, being able to exit Ridley on pretty much on as low equipment as possible is really big.
Yeah, you don't want to be caught like with your pants down, so to speak, like not being able.
I mean, Solsky does have the option to do an ammo fight and do the crystal flash, but I know he's not a fan of that. Plus, like this ammo for that it's just awful. Bress not quite getting the iceless escape.
All right, so making our way through Norfair, going to be heading to, we've got what, speed and wave coming up here?
You said making your way through Norfair, and let's just be glad there's a no singing rule, because like I had Vanessa's Carlton playing in my head right then. I can do the spoken word version of it. Well, they don't have speed, so I guess they're just walking fast. Walking slow. I don't know. Yeah, so this lead, quote-unquote lead by Solsky here, just because of this X-ray. Although he's going to give it up pretty much. There's no major in here in Chozo.
Yeah, this is just purely for ammo, right?
Yeah, but he's got charge. Like, why are you coming in here? Like, this is if you're like I was saying before, if you're in a chargeless situation and you're really like hungry for ammo. I like doing this on the way out of Lower Norfair, right? When you have a better idea of like where you are and you have a lot less seed. If I go like, okay, I'm short on supers, or I need like a power bomb for a crystal flash or something, then do it. Or if you don't have charge and you're going to Lower Norfair and you're like, I just need this ammo for Ridley, But yeah, I don't like the reserve check here before he heads down.
Yeah, and Bress actually picking up the power bombs here at Cathedral. Kind of surprised he invested that time.
Yeah, for Ridley, but it's not like he's got no checks before Ridley. At a minimum, do Speed Wave, and then do Norfair. And then do Norfair Reserve.
All right, what do we have here? That's
There's the
grab.
So that is... okay, so the only thing we need is a way through Bot Moon Hallway. Now, I think this is officially going to be go mode for Bress. I would assume Bress also knows the Crystal Flash. He's got 25 power bombs, has bombs. Well, it'll be quote-unquote go mode. Again, his ammo is terrible, so he'll probably want to be gobbling up some...
as much ammo as he can.
Yeah,
that,
ammo,
within reason.
some easier majors. The thing is with this Chozo is the later you go on, the majors get worse and worse. Like, Meridia, the majors are Shack Tool and Plasma. Like...
We ain't got time for that.
Yeah, like we're not doing that if you're just looking for so like yeah, you'll check like the majors behind the bosses. Even like right side wreck ship, a lot of times you'll skip just because it's pretty far out there.
I've got another E-tank here, so that's nice to have, adding a little bit of safety for him.
Yeah, I mean would be pretty, like, it's unlikely that you're, that's our, what, second vanilla item?
Yeah.
What was the other one?
Well, Morph was vanilla, but I think it kind of has to be.
Yeah,
Yes.
Morph has to be vanilla. But I thought there was another one.
Oh yeah, Charge was too.
Yeah, Charge was vanilla. All the beams. Well, I guess we know Spazer wasn't. But yeah, honestly, it's more likely than not that Ridley or Dragon is not at Dragon, so that could be the logical answer. But you don't want to go up to wreck ship, kill Dragon, and then come back when you can just Crystal Flash clip.
Right. All right, so Solski's taking the plunge. We're gonna head on down to Lower Norfair.
Yeah, like this is a situation where I'd want to skip screw attack, especially with the only real way out of it is by bombing. That's really slow. But if you can't Crystal Flash clip, then you may want to do it. So we'll see what both of them decide. I wouldn't be surprised if Solski checks it and Bress skips it.
All right, Solski gets it on the second try. Nicely done.
Yeah, Ice at Screw Attack would be... If Solski checks it and Bress doesn't, Ice at Screw Attack is Solski's best bet. Because it's also going to speed him up a ton in the Metroid rooms. Plus, that's our only Zeb skip item right now.
Yeah.
Like, we do have even...
You need either, what, that or speed, right?
Yeah, those are your two Zeb skips.
For Zeb skips.
Yeah, speed at Screw would also be really good, obviously. Yeah, either of the Zeb skip items here are good for Solski. But yeah, I'm gonna bet we don't see Bress go this way. Oh,
baby.
Yeah. So this is gonna be interesting. Yeah, I think based on where they are, that's I think Solski's got a pretty commanding... Like, I know Solski's quote-unquote behind now, like Bress is rooms ahead.
Right.
But with that speed, I think... I mean, look, straight up Bress better executor than Solski. But Bress is going to be missing that speed, which just makes you faster. It's called Speed Booster.
Yeah.
Plus, it makes speed... If it was speed jump only and not high jump, I'd be like, how good is it really?
Yeah, but they have high jump, so you know.
Yeah, speed plus high jump. This is Now, Solski's not really an any percent player. It's not like he can just go in any percent mode. Yeah, that's really the problem. Is Bress is still going to be like searching for some stuff, where Solski's probably just going to turn the jets on here.
Yeah, I think, like once we find Kraid, maybe we see Solski check something like that, just to see if maybe we get a better beam. But there's still, what, a few extra, items in the pool? Right
now, I think if I was Solski, I'd be checking the behind boss majors. Just because, yeah, all I have is Wave. Like, that's good enough. That's certainly good enough for this Ridley. It's honestly good enough for Mother Brain. Solski, come on, you have 5 E-tanks. My dude.
Solski out there looking like me, going into this fight. Alright, we got the save. We're heading down.
Alright.
Based on Bress getting there, I'm assuming Bress did not save, but I would expect no less out of Bress.
Yeah, it's doubtful he saved. This is always the unfortunate thing. Like, Bress is gonna have to farm here because of this beam.
Yeah.
Like, wave only is okay. The X Factor setups are actually, well, no, actually. Right, if Ridley was here, you could do your normal X Factor setups, because it would still enter you the room normally. If Ridley is at, like, Fantoon or something, it kind of warps you into the room, and your X Factor setups are completely warped. So, Bress, just go. You have enough. No.
Oh,
the thing is, it's, like, it's unlikely for this to be Ridley. Like, by the pure definition of unlikely, it's more likely than not, right? Yeah, 1 in 3 right now. I think it's technically a little bit higher because you can't have vanilla, right? So things being in their natural location is bad. Yeah, you can see both of them dropped in at the same time. Yeah, it's just really hard to out-execute someone who's got speed boost and you don't. And the thing is, like, I 100%... I would have done, except for doing Fantoon when Bress did it, I would have done exactly what Bress did in this situation. I would have done the X-ray, and I would have skipped that screw attack.
Right.
Like, I think those are empirically correct decisions to do.
Yeah, I mean, if you're able to operate like you're in go mode, if you've got that execution level like Bress does, you're gonna try to capitalize on it and just hope for the best. But speed showing up like it did is very good for Solski here.
Like, if I'm Bress, I'm probably saying to myself right now in my head, I'm like, I feel pretty good. Like, unless Solski didn't do S-Cray and, like, I don't know, speed was at screw attack. Besides that one very specific situation, I think I'm good. And it's like, well, Bress, I got some bad news for you, buddy. Yeah, even just stuff like this, just, Solski was able to jump right out, Bress had to do a gravity jump. No, this is... Steffi, this is not maniacal. I have more respect for maniacal than this gameplay.
Yeah, that room right there is a perfect example of just, how much speed can help, and being able to do stuff like that across the entire run, or the majority of a run, rather. It adds up. I'm kind of surprised Solsky went down to check that.
Yeah, why did he check that?
I didn't even see it. I'd be surprised if he did, but
See, this is also what I'm saying. Like Solsky definitely has. So Solsky has the movement advantage and just has better movement. It's like Bress still has the execution advantage, and like Bress still has like the knowledge of. So Solsky makes a lot of like ill-advised checks here. Like, I mean, they're right on top of each other, right? They're going blow for blow. So,
Solsky, what are you doing?
See, like all these checks for Bress make us a little bit more sense for. Well, I guess I don't know. Their ammo's, their DPS is the same, right?
Yeah. Yeah, both of them have same beams. So
yeah, but the 5 extra supers is nothing for Solsky. Oh wait, no, I know. The problem is Solsky's got the Zeb skip item, right? So because Bress doesn't,
that makes sense. Yeah,
he's gonna use a ton of he's got enough ammo to do it, right? But because he's got a weak beam too, he's gonna be losing a lot of DPS on Mother Brain. So yeah, Bress definitely makes more sense for Bress to be checking. Why are you going up top, bud?
He doesn't have speed.
Oh right, yeah. Yeah, God.
Listen, you're supposed to be the expert here, not me.
A half the time you can go through that even without speed, so I'm just like...
Oh.
Yeah, Solsky can do speed zip. Almost, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's only like a 3 tap. It's not that bad.
I mean, we've been talking about the speed advantage, but, we do have to execute that end game. So, it ain't over till it's over, right? Yeah, so Bress is gonna have to do what, another grab jump here?
No. Oh, to get up the
yeah.
Can you get up just high jump? No, I think yeah, you need to do another grab jump. Oh yeah, Bress is also Bress should be going. In fact, they both should be going through Dragon. The back of Dragon. It's just faster. Well, okay, Trace both forgot. Bress forgot. I can't give too much flack because I did this exact same thing in my race and I had to go through.
I mean, sometimes you're just on autopilot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like right now, I'm pretty sure supers are still time saving, especially because it's double DPS for Ridley and Mother Brain right now. Missiles probably aren't worth picking up, but I'm pretty supers definitely pay for themselves. Once you're at 30. You're no longer getting double benefit, so...
Alright, Solsky having to farm back up. Bress going down Sandpits, getting those 2 supers, and...
Yeah, this is exactly what I did, because I just straight up forgot, too. When I was coming here. Especially in Bress's guy, I wouldn't be surprised if Bress was just thinking, like, once he got grabbed, that he was in go mode because of Crystal Flash, and then just kind of forgot to update his priors when he killed Dragon.
All right, so we've seen Dragon. So what do we have? What, just Kraid and Ridley left?
Yeah, you want Ridley to be here. Ridley is terrible to have at Wreck Ship because there's no place to like farm. Well,
that's what we're getting.
Yeah, I mean they got plenty of they do have plenty. They don't need to farm, right? They just have to go to their wave. So it's not bad, but like when you only have 30 like when you barely have enough Ridley ammo, Ridley at Wreck Ship is death.
I'm gonna assume that Solski's gonna check this item.
Yeah, I'd check it just for beam. I wouldn't pick it up, but I'd check it.
Solski proving Duck wrong yet again.
Okay, that is not him proving me wrong. If I say the stove is hot and you put your hand on the stove and stare at me, doesn't mean I'm wrong, okay?
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. The stove's not hot. It's tolerable.
I don't think Forgotten Highway's faster here. And like, it's not worth it to check. Like, the only reason Forgotten Highway's ever faster is if you want to check plasma. The plasma check here is not worth it. Like, I know Bress is also losing some efficiency by not being able to, like, you know, do reversed Botwoon Speedway.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't make it better than... That doesn't make it Forgotten Highway better all of a sudden. Meanwhile, Solski goes the way that Bress should be going. This is why you run New Route, folks. Or GT Classic, you know. Oh. Oh, no, yeah. Solski had Botwoon dead.
Yeah, Bress never fought Botwoon.
Yeah, but Solski did, so...
Solski grabbing a couple supers and then gonna head on up.
Yeah, this room's a pain without speed or anything to be able to jump up like this.
So we got one more chance at finding a beam post Ridley fight, and then after that, it's kind of good luck. This is what you got.
Gauntlet. They have the option of going through Gauntlet.
Okay, yeah.
I generally like the Gauntlet play because you're still going in the right direction, right? It's only a little bit slower. I'm pretty sure there's some mixed opinions on it. But in this situation, yeah, I'd go through Gauntlet. Honestly, in this situation, I'd honestly consider skipping the Ridley item because it's an extra door check and going through Gauntlet if I only had to pick one. Is Gauntlet an extra... No, Gauntlet's not even an extra door. It's the same amount of rooms. It's just one of them you get to run through very fast, and the other one, especially with Gauntlet with screw attack, is super fast. I'm not even like I wouldn't check right side. I would check.
Does get Spazer though. I mean, you take what you get, right?
Yeah, if I was either of these guys, I'd be checking. My plan would be to check behind Ridley and check Gauntlet and not check this right side item. Because you can see it it took us a fair amount of time for Solsky to. Now you did get more DPS here.
I mean, they could make. Well, I mean, he's going to be close to 30.
The fact
supers
that
anyway.
Look, the fact that paid off for Solsky. If that didn't pay off, if that was nothing, if that was just
he's behind at that point.
Yeah, he'd be behind. So like Solsky, for him doing the screw attack check, I think was still fine because unless if you learn crystal, like if you can't crystal flash clip, I think that check is fine. If you can, then I don't think it's a good check.
And Solsky's got Ridley down. Bress not too far behind though.
Yeah, that fight got away from Bress a little bit.
I mean, this works out for Solsky with if Plasma's there, you kind of you're not screwed, but it definitely would swing things a little bit back towards Bress. But
I mean, Solsky did 2 checks that Bress didn't, and both of them paid off with nearly the best item you could put at both, right? I mean, Plasma obviously would have been superior to Spazer there.
Sure.
Ice almost might have been better than Spazer. I think with Solsky's ammo, speeding up Metroids would pay you back more. Yeah, it's close, Nemo, but I think Ice would be better than Spazer. Probably Plasma, Ice, Spazer in that order. Actually, Ice might even be better than Spazer or than Plasma. It'd be close. It'd be close.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, if I doubt Solsky's gonna go Gauntlet now. Bress still may.
Yeah, I think the correct choice is Bress goes Gauntlet and Solsky doesn't. Yeah, Solsky's gonna bail on it. Oh, wait, nope.
Oh, no, he's going. Okay, so
they did the exact opposite
of what I said. So
yes, what you said. This was Dante's fault. Missile.
Yes, slightly slower here for Solsky. This is close now.
Yeah. Oh! Oh. Yeah, I guess you don't want either of those.
Yeah, nothing was lost there, but that was a bit worrisome for sure.
Yeah, with Wave Spazer, probably the super's not worth it at that point, but so speed right now, speed basically doesn't matter until they escape, which Solsky's gonna have a much faster escape too.
Plus, is Solsky gonna get, speed skip, fairly quickly?
What does this say?
I'm figured he would just go, like.
Pourquoi? Look, again, like in my race, I didn't save, and then like I went into a high jump lava dive without a save, and I had to back up and save, and then I made like one more save after that. That was just like okay, I've need to play a little safer. But at some point I was like, I'm good. Like, Bress is 2 Metroid rooms ahead.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, this is baby skip territory right now. Solsky has the more natural baby skip equipment. Honestly, just having that spazer too helps a lot with baby skip, just widening that beam up a little bit.
Yeah, Solsky still got the 4th Metroid room to get through here. Bress
Solsky can do baby skip. I don't know. Like, Solsky can do it fairly consistently. When I've seen him do it, like, he won't do it as like efficiently as like a good runner will, where we try to also like minimize the jumps. Looks like yeah, Bress just didn't even try for it. I mean, if you're not confident, honestly, that's not a bad. Like, the thing about a missed baby skip is it takes time over doing that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not 100% on it, just go for it.
All right, Solsky going for baby skip here.
Yeah, like I said, like he's consistent at doing it. Maybe not as clean as some of the high-end runners, but he's pretty good at it. Again, Solsky's got that speed booster to finish up the. We have the speed booster. He's gonna have way more DPS, especially if he hits this speed Zeb skip, because he'll be able to carry more ammo through.
So we've got what, 13 supers.
46, 41 is the Mother Brain glass break. Wait, did Solsky save again?
He did.
How long does the save take? I honestly have never timed a save. Because I just know it's bad. I mean, door transitions are what, like 2 seconds? That's like 4 seconds plus a save.
All right, so Solsky into Mother Brain 2 now.
Yeah, gonna have. No, Solsky can get the. I forgot to check the head down time. I don't know if anyone saw that. But yeah, Solsky can still finish this fight second and still win because Speed Booster says what, like 20 seconds, something like that. If not more, I mean, just skipping, that entire maze room is huge. Plus being able to do the Shine Spark up the climb.
Bress getting his shots in, adding up the damage.
Yeah, if Zeb says 20 seconds, I'll take Zeb's word for it.
All right, so Bress is going into phase 3 here.
Rainbow Beam hits at 48:52.
Keep in mind there is a bit of a timer, just like difference here, but not by much.
Yeah, but I'm literally just looking at the numbers. So
Yeah.
so Solskjaer needs this beam to hit in the next 8 seconds.
Oh, you missed some of those missiles
Yeah.
too.
So I was going by when the beam hits. 24. So yeah, it looks like Bress is in lead by 12 seconds. If assuming this 20-second number is right. Yeah, Solskjaer could have gone for stand-up here. It would have saved. I think with this beam, if you do a very clean stand-up, you might save around 5 to 10 seconds.
All right, I expect a clean phase 3 out of both of these guys, especially Bress. So we'll see what time Bress gets out of here versus Solskjaer.
Bress is up. That's one missed shot. Yeah, only one miss from Bress.
Yeah, that was pretty clean.
Yeah, a save has got to be at least 10 seconds.
There's a miss from Solskjaer. There's 2.
I mean, like, Solskjaer's got to be, like, into Parlor by the time Bress is at the top of it, basically. It's gonna be close.
Oh, yeah.
Solskjaer just has to get the Leodox if Bress is... Also, like, literally, shaky Parlor is, like, the worst thing ever. So, I mean, Bress could Ivan this. No, like, very easily just full-on Ivan. But does it clean.
Yeah, nicely done.
Doesn't get much cleaner than that. Yeah, Bress is gonna pull it off. Wow.
Yeah, so get your GGs in chat
Yeah,
for Bress.
some huge GGs.
Yeah, what a race.
I think we paid more attention to Solskjaer's side just because, like, Bress was just, like, solidly going forward the entire time.
Yeah.
And was slightly behind, so, like, you know, the new stuff was always on Solskjaer's side. But
I think
just really
we
clean.
were questioning
Yeah.
some of the stuff that, you know, Solskjaer was doing, but Bress was just playing a very clean game. And get your GGs out for Solskjaer, too.
Yeah, like, I think the only thing I would have done differently than Bress is I would have checked Gauntlet. I might have skipped Red Tower early, too. Like I said, that's what I basically ended up doing in my race. So, yeah, I would have skipped Red Tower, but especially in this matchup. But yeah, GG's to Bress. Like, just really solidly done. And we are now joined by the human speed booster himself, Bressingham.
Hey. GG.
Yeah, GG's, nicely done. Yeah, clean race. We were joking when you were in the Dragon fight. I was like, you know, if I'm in Bress's shoes, I'd be like, yeah, I feel like I'm in really good shape as long as my opponent didn't skip X-ray and, I don't know, speed booster or something was at screw attack. And that's exactly what it was. And we thought you were we thought that was pretty much GG's, especially because Solsky had a little bit better ammo and was able to fly right into Ridley. He pulled ahead after the Ridley fight, but Solsky took a bunch of saves, and you just were keeping up with him to squeak out the win. So very nicely done.
Thank you. Definitely a lot of things that went wrong. I think for both of us in that race. So it feels good to eke it out at least.
Yeah, I mean the only thing that I feel like you did a mistake was you went to Aqueduct instead of going straight to Dragon.
Yeah.
And I can't throw too much. I did literally the exact same thing as you in my race. I was in the same situation.
Yeah.
And it was just
Yeah,
like,
that was
oh right.
It's hard to remember. I literally was thinking about it like when I broke the tube, but muscle memory took over when I jumped into.
Yeah,
history.
that can happen. But yeah, I the only decision I think I would have done if I had this seed, I think I would have skipped Red Tower and I would have done Gauntlet at that. It was really surprising because I was thinking, okay, Solsky's going to skip Gauntlet because he's already got that Spazer, and you're going to do it because you still need something. Ice would have saved a ton. I think Ice was even better than Plasma at that point. But I was a little surprised you skipped Gauntlet. I generally think Gauntlet's pretty good just because you're going that way anyways. So
Yeah. I don't know. At a certain point, I was like, I gotta stop touching these missile packs because I have enough to complete the game, and it's just bogging me down.
yeah, the missiles were.
Yeah, the missiles silly. The supers would have been good, of course.
Yeah, we're also now joined by Solsky's. GG's to you.
Thanks.
GG,
Seems like it was a fun race. It's close.
Yeah.
Probably made it closer than it needed to be.
Yeah. You saved 500 times. Bress saved once, so that's about what the difference
Okay,
was.
well, buddy, if you go into week 2 or week 3, and you don't even know it's boss shuffle, and you run into boss shuffle, like you're gonna be saving like your literal dick off, right?
Okay. Okay. Fine. I'll give you that. Mother Brain is not shuffled.
So this is my problem.
You saved
Actually,
3 times before.
Dude,
Mother
I
Brain.
had like it was like this weird like twitch in my brain. I was like, do I have enough ammo? And like right as I was going through the save and saving, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm an idiot. What am I doing?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was like, what am I actually doing? So I did that, and then I just kind of like oversaved just to be like super safe on turn. That was probably my big mistake.
Why did you save at I know why Bress saved at Red Tower. Why did you save? Because
So
I thought
what
I was like,
gonna
oh, you're gonna
do-
do X-ray.
So what I was thinking about doing is if I ran into, I was thinking about it, but I didn't do it, was if I took it all the way to Craig's warehouse and Craig was like Ridley or something like that, I would just like reset and then go to wreck ship at that point, was my thought process, and just like chest that out. And if that boss is bad, then I just like reset back to the save, because that was like something that impacted me during like the race versus Nitro, and I felt like that was just like a good way to kind of stopgap that and just like literally like warp across the game and check those 2 bosses like super quick. But like with Varia and then finding high jump, I was like, I'm not really too hot on that play anymore. So
Yeah.
kind of had it there, and I was weighing it when I was going down. I was like, yeah, I kind of don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, save scumming in, especially in shows, just because like every Chozo is so valuable.
Yeah.
Like it's unlikely just to be because there's what?
Well, they weren't all valuable, Doug.
No. Well, literally until you checked Gauntlet, literally the 2 that you checked that Bress didn't were both.
huge, yeah.
Yeah, were massive.
I figured I checked those in Preston. That was like my assumption. So I was like, okay, I probably have a little bit of time to check Gauntlet, but I didn't think it was like that close. But it was like, yeah, that was like the big mistake. I was just like greedy for DPS, really.
You
Could have
don't.
been Plasma Ice, could have been Supers.
You don't have the Crystal Flash Botloon clip in your repertoire yet, do you?
I like know the timing, I know the positioning, but I like, Doc, let's be honest, I barely played this game this year, right?
Okay,
I barely have time for practice these days, so yeah, it's
Okay,
not.
so
We'll
you
call
kn-
it a no. But I know you can go around. I just forgot about it.
No, it wasn't even that. I forgot in my match too. I'm not even making fun of you.
Yeah. But that's why I checked screw attack, because again, it could have
That's
been more
what I was asking,
DPS,
screw
but
attack,
also was like ice or speed there, and then it was speed. I was like, that's so perfect.
Yeah, because Bress, I was assuming once you touched gravity, you were basically considering yourself quote unquote go mode, right? Maybe picking up some like helpful stuff.
Yeah,
he
and
was
I
giving
thought
me-
about going there to screw attack too. With Spring Ball, that's not that slow. I don't know. I just I wanted to risk it because the Chozos, like you said, they can be valuable, but like at that point, I didn't. I don't know. There are a lot of things that would have been good there actually, like beam, space jump, speed.
Yeah.
Speed. We were like going back, like speed and ice would have been the two worst things for you. But like, there's also a bunch of. It could have just been an E-tank, could have been missile, could have been.
Could have been nothing.
Could have been X-ray. You didn't have X-ray at that point. Even Spazer. If Spazer was there, that'd be like, that's not worth it.
Yeah, I mean, Spazer barely worth it. I mean, it makes it comfy.
Spazer maybe makes you break even on it, but like.
Yeah.
So in your situation, like I would have played the seed almost exactly like you did, Bress.
God, I would have whooped you so bad then, Duck. Oh my god. Like Bress is like highly skilled, Duck. I don't know, man. You're like yesterday's news in terms of like Super Metroid.
I have a broken rib. Okay.
Oh
You can't
my
bring
god,
that up now.
a broken rib. Really? That's preventing you from holding a controller and playing?
No,
how are you breaking a rib? What are you playing too much? Like
I fell down.
Fortnite? Like what are you doing these days?
I fell down my stairs. Okay.
Why would Emo push you down the stairs?
She didn't push me. She laughed at me when it happened.
I probably would have too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean it was the correct.
Bress, did you go Red Tower early too? That was the only thing I forgot to ask.
Yeah, Alpha Power Bombs. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a hot play. That was pretty good too.
That's the standard.
The one
play.
thing, I think the biggest mistake. I feel like I'm okay with everything except for like the Turian saves. That was kind of it was kind of garbage. But the Fire Fleas check. Like I actually thought that was a Chozo. I like looked at my notes as I was looking at it. I was like, oh no.
Yeah. Okay. That we were wondering.
So that's why I did
that then.
Once I saw, I was like, I could have been supers. This is not bad, but yeah.
I didn't
want to check that. If I knew or remember that wasn't a Chozo, I would have skipped that 100%.
When I was practicing this, when it was whatever week it was, every practice seed, I was down in Edacoons and like halfway through, I'd be like, why am I here?
Yeah.
And like I had to beat it out of my brain to not go to Edacoons. So I definitely understand.
God, I can't wait for Maniacal to just like super dissect this seed and just send me like an essay of like why I play this seed wrong. Oh god.
I like for real. Besides the bizarre saves, like you played it correct.
Like I felt like I'm happy with all my plays, right? They all worked out. Like they couldn't have not worked out, and I would have looked like an idiot, but like they did.
I mean, Chozo's definitely the execution.
Yeah.
Seed, and like Bress is going to be favorite there. Like the best thing. If I would have to script this, is like, okay, we're going to do something where Bress thinks he's in go mode. You check screw attack, and it's speed booster. Like that's.
Bress is the favorite. Let me just pull this up real quick. Where are we? We're on speed gaming.
Yeah, you literally said it in the chat. I know. So
oh god damn, he has more items. Okay. Well, I skipped like a bunch too, but yeah.
So Solsky, with your loadout, like, what was the decision like with going for Gauntlet? I mean, was that just hoping for Plasma?
I was just like greedy. I felt like I was like probably in around like 30 seconds to a minute ahead. Like I know it was a quick seed, but I knew speed was a big factor, and I had an assumption that Bress didn't go. So like just getting that speed, I just know like I'm gonna pick up seconds over the game, just in certain long areas, right? So I knew that Gauntlet would be quick to get to. I know I had screw attack. It's a pretty quick check. We don't have ice plasma. I'm a little down on supers. Supers would have improved my DPS for the fight, but in hindsight, it probably wasn't worth it to check it. But like if I got it, like we probably wouldn't even be talking about this. Like if I had wave plasma, like I'm definitely more than 20 seconds faster through Mother Brain, right? So even supers, I feel like I would have picked up more time. So I don't know. It's like one of those shoulda, woulda, couldas, right? So I don't really dwell on that, especially with a close race like this.
Yeah, Dunk and I were kind of speculating that you would both do the opposite of what you did, and then, we kind of expected maybe to see Bress go for something up there to get a little more DPS.
Yeah, and like Spazer Wave charge, it's like super greedy to go for Gauntlet too, right? Like I knew the risk, and like once I saw the missile pack there, I was like, well, that's bad. And then I messed up the mid jump and only went down to one side. I'm like, if the super's on the right side, I'm gonna be so pissed off. And then it was fine. So that was good.
Yeah, I think with Charge Beam, it's really greedy to go up there because you have to get like 3 supers to really make up the time that you can just spend shooting charge shots. So that's why I didn't do it.
That another thing that ran through my head was like why I kind of misevaluated it, because the supers were pretty dry in the C2, right? Like I could have just like assumed, hey, if I'm getting hot on supers, then yeah, good chance I'll find a pack or two. But like, they're just missile packs for days, right? So I probably should have factored that.
Yeah.
one
I mean,
in as
ice
well.
ice would have been better than plasma up there, just because it would speed you up through the.
Oh
the
yeah, 100%.
Plus, it would give you
Plus sub skip easy. Like I completely forgot about speed sub skip. Like we were talking about.
Right. Yeah.
Too. But like ice sub skip would have been like free. That's another.
Yeah. I mean, like
save rate.
You would have to one shot. There was. It wouldn't make any sense for you to like to try speed sub skip. Right.
I mean, like again, like 20-second difference. I can like pick apart the seat all day and find like things I could have done differently. But
yeah. I mean,
day,
that's
like,
when it's
one,
this close.
It's like not a big deal. I've been through this more than enough times to like just chalk it up to a really fun race and a really close one, right? So
yeah, it was fun to watch. We were writing Bress's epitaph when you picked up that, because we were debating like, ice was really bad, and then someone in chat was like, I think speed's, it might have been MM2, was like speed's probably the worst. I'm like, yeah, that'd be really bad because he's already got high jump and it was speed. We're like, oh no.
Yeah.
And then like you just so happened to have better ammo. Not even max, just like your current ammo was better at that point. So like Bress was stuck farming in case it was Ridley, and was getting like no drops. So you Bress like barely beat you into Ridley, and you actually beat him out. And we're like, well, that's Solski's now got a pure lead with the better movement. Like, that's pretty much it. And yeah. But yeah, it was really fun to watch. It was an entertaining match.
Yeah, it's just much like the Leafs with a lead. You just like you think they got it, and then they just like give up 3 straight goals, and then it's 2-0 Panthers. So yeah, it's we can talk about it all day, but yeah.
Speaking of, I think that's on. So we'll wrap this up.
What do you mean? What's on? Which game?
Isn't that game on right now?
No, that was yesterday. Game 2 was yesterday. Game 3, Duck, is Sunday, if you can believe this garbage.
Oh, God. Wait, who's on today, then? Who's on today? Oh, is it the... Oh, right. It's,
so they pushed the Oilers and the Kings to Saturday when they were originally Sunday. So, like, all 4 teams are pissed except for the Panthers. Well, dude, the owner has, like, a horse, a favored horse in the Kentucky Derby, and it's Saturday. So, obviously, he doesn't give a shit. He's like... Hey, yeah, if I slip you this, like, 10K, you think you'll switch the schedule for me? You know what I mean? Like,
all right. Anyways.
I'm glad it was an entertaining race. I'll be watching this one back. Thanks for the commentary and tracking.
Yeah, this is a really fun one to watch back. I think this is also a very instructive race for this mode. Just how... Because you guys, I mean, this mode is very straightforward. You effectively played it the same, and it's just these little tiny differences is going to end up being the difference, especially in a matchup like this that on paper is fairly close. So, but yeah, GG's. It was fun watching. Dante, thank you for having me. This was Dante's first SM Rando commentary.
Well, first commentary experience. I didn't want to say anything too stupid. I'm sure I did, but especially saying that screw is something that's really good.
Oh, that's why you invited me. That's why you invited me. Because by inviting me, you knew you wouldn't say the stupidest thing.
Exactly. Exactly.
Dante, did you learn stuff from Duck at least?
I learned a little bit. I learned not to break my rib, and I learned what people should be doing if they're Duck, and then Bress and you both showing me what to do instead. So
exactly.
Yeah, GG's to both of you guys because solid race from both of you. It was super exciting to watch, and shout outs to Jestro for doing the tracking for us today.
And shout outs to Bress too. I think you're still undefeated, right?
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah, so that's like shades.
What a gamer.
That's like shades of dirt from last year, right? So just keep it up.
Yeah. Thanks.
Beat Duck eventually. Duck, are you the power player on your team?
Yeah, I did this yesterday.
Okay. Yeah, so then you can potentially beat Duck eventually. So.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's what I was saying. I did exactly what Bress did. I even went through the same sandpit as he did.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, GG's. I think that's gonna do it for us. I'm always bad commentator. I'm not sure what other games are coming up, but there's a ton. I mean, it's playoffs. We got it's best of 5. This match is it's 2-0 right now, so World Cup Bress is in a pretty commanding lead. But definitely as the Bruins have shown, a lot of things can happen. You can win 3 in a row. So GG's
for
to
sure.
Everyone. Yeah, Danny, I'll let you have a final word here.
No, that'll do it for us. Thank you guys for watching. Duck, thank you, and everybody have a good night.